What's going on, everybody? So we're going to start this up. The only thing I've done so far is created this folder called timer. So what we're going to do here is we're going to save this file here as index.html, normal conventions. And I'm using VS Code. You can use any editor you want, but I'm using Emmet snippets, and that's built in. So all I have to do is press exclamation point and then enter, and I get all this boilerplate text here as long as I save this as an index.html. So I'm going to come here to the title, and I'm going to name this Countdown Timer. And then I'm going to come to the body, and I'm going to make a P element that is an ID. And as you can see, that P and the hash symbol represents ID. And I'm going to name this Countdown Timer. Press enter, and it gives me that. I save this, and outside this body tag, I'm going to go ahead and do the script source, and it's going to be an app.js file that I make. And we're going to do a little bit of CSS styling to make this look somewhat decent. So I'm going to go ahead and do link CSS, and it's going to be style.css, and save it. And that is all I need to do for our HTML page. So Control N, Control Save, and we'll name this app.js. And this is going to be our JavaScript file. And so the first thing that we're going to do here is we're going to do const starting time. And that basically means how much time do I want to set this timer for. We go ahead and set this for 20 minutes. And then we're going to do a let of time. And that is going to represent converting our time into seconds. So whatever our starting time is, I'm going to go ahead and put that, times that by 60. And that gives me all the seconds that I need. So now we need to go ahead and get the ID element that we did in the front. So we're going to do const count is equal to document dot get element by ID, and it was countdown timer. So now our countdown timer P element is now under this. So we want to go ahead and we want to create a function, and the function is going to be called update the timer. And we don't need any parameters for that. And so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to do a const of minutes. And what we're going to do here is we want to get the numerical value just to show the minute side. And so we're going to do math.floor, and we're going to do time, divide that by 60. So time, as we know, converted everything into seconds. This converts it back to minutes, but by using math.floor, it rounds everything down. So let's say, for example, if we divide this by 60, we get the value of like 1.5, it's going to round it down to 1. We just want the whole minute value. All right, and so we're going to come here and we're going to do let seconds is equal to time module, which means the remainder after division of 60. So what's happening here is if time is equal to 60 and we divide it by 60, it's going to give us no remainder, which means it's a full minute. But anything left after 60 is taken away, let's say 59, 58, that will be our second value, the seconds that we need. So we're going to come here now and we're going to do seconds, and we're going to use a ternary operator, which is another way to say an if statement. And we were going to do seconds if that's less than 10, right? If it's less than 10 seconds, I want to go ahead and I want to add 0 plus seconds, because the problem here with our current expression is if it is less than 10 seconds, it's just going to show 9, not 0.9. So we need to add that 0 value there, and we're going to do seconds. Basically what that's saying is the way a ternary operator works is you have your condition, which in this case is seconds are less than 10, and then we're going to add that question mark saying check this condition, do this or do that. So we have our condition, and once it runs, it does this if it meets that condition. If it doesn't meet that condition, then it does that. All right. And so now we need to display this information. So what we're going to do here is count.innerHTML, and we're going to use a template literal, which means literally add these values in there. So we're going to add the $sign and curly brackets. And so we're going to write minutes. So that means it's going to put minutes exactly there. And then we're going to have our colon, and then without any space, we're going to have another $sign colon, and we're going to have seconds. So this will display the minutes and then the seconds. And then last, we will decrement our time value, time minus minus. And after we decrement our counter, we need to set an interval. And that means how often is it going to call this function. And so we're going to do update timer function and update this every 1,000. What does 1,000 mean? We're going to update it by every 1,000 milliseconds, which equals 1 second. So it's going to call this function every second. So we save that. So we come here and we open with live server. If you don't have this extension, it's in the extension store. Just search live server. It's the one with the purple icon. So open with live server and we come here and our counter is working. Perfect. So now the only thing we need to do is a little bit of CSS to make this look decent. So Control N, we're going to save it, style.css. And what we're going to do here is we're going to do the body, and the body is going to be a display of flex. We'll do a justify content center. And the reason why I'm doing this is I'm just using Flexbox to center the entire thing into the center of the page. And we'll have align item center. And then from here, we're going to add just a little bit of margin top. And we're going to use 40 view height, which is just enough to put it right in the center area where we want it. And we're going to use a little bit of a gradient that I have here. You can use whatever you want. This is just a gradient that I got off of cssgradient.io. And I'll come down here now and we save that and we can look back at the page. So we have this gradient here. So now we just need to fix that time. And what we can do here is we can do countdown timer. And we're going to do color, and I want the color to be white, so FFF. And then I want the font size to be 5 rem. I want the font weight to be 800, pretty much bold. And I want the font family to be sans serif. And I save that, come back, and we have a timer that it is responsive no matter the size of the page. And just like that, you just made a countdown timer. I could talk about this all day, but I really want you to check out my other videos. So check out my other videos. Make sure you drop a like on this. Make sure you're subscribed, and I will see you on the next one.